Scammers, individuals who commit fraud or participates in a scam. In our usual world, scams can vary from credit card scam to fake offers, but on Skyblock, the goal of these players is to obtain coins by tricking other members of the community with varying strategies. In this video, I will cover over a dozen different scamming or shady methods currently being used throughout the game mode and how to protect yourself from falling for one. These scams will be divided in 4 different major categories. First one being buying and selling scams. The second being buying and selling scam, but this time on the auction house. Third is action scam. And finally, the fourth, island scams. So let's get right into the video. Quick notice before the video starts, my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord will be in the description for those interested. Also, huge shout out to PortalHub for helping me with the video and Lopen for editing. Both their links will be in the description below. Alright everyone, enjoy! The first major scam category I will be covering today is buying or selling scams. These happens whenever you're trying to buy or sell any items, excluding the use of the auction house. In this category, there is 5 types of scams: selling money-making method, splashes, trade item swapping, ghost item, which is similar to the pit scam, and snow minion or crystal frags underprice. The first scam I'll be covering is the player claiming they are selling an OP money-making method. Their message can look something similar to this: they will never give you anything that will help you get more money. They will just profit off of you. Purchasing one will get you kicked from the island and your coins will be gone forever. Never purchase one. Instead, look at YouTubers' tutorial regarding good money-making method or even test some market yourself. Personal tips: try to profit off the events whenever there's any with the mayors or whenever there's an update. Those are the best current method. The second scam in this category is fake splashes. With the addition of the God Potion, they have become less frequent, but I still see a few users try it from time to time. Users doing these often have similar messages to this one. These type of scam can happen whenever you need to pay a fee to be a part of the splash, and then after paying, they kick you from the island and you won't receive the splash. Warning though, not everyone selling splashes are scammers. A lot of them are genuine and offer actual splashes for the community. You're better off purchasing yourself a God Potion, since they last way longer and are less expensive than buying splashes every time. They are currently about 250k per on the auction house, which is really cheap for a full day of potion effect. The third scam is trade item swapping. These happens whenever you're trying to purchase an item and the seller swaps it without you paying attention. Here's a quick scenario of how it could happen. Whenever you're trading, always verify if it's the item that you're purchasing, and if it isn't, the other player most likely tried to scam you. Stop the deal right there and find someone else to purchase the item from. The fourth scam presented in this category touches ghost items, which is a common scam mostly seen in Pit. In this scenario, players use a hack client to simulate a fake item, and then the real item is swapped with the ghost item. Here's an example, showcased by Sam Likes Memes, which is forum thread with more explanation of the scam can be found in the description below. To avoid this scam, you need to pay attention to the villager noise. Whenever you add or remove an item, it makes a little noise. If you heard the noise and nothing changed, don't do the trade. You will most likely lose your items and gain nothing. On top of that, if the countdown resets to 3 seconds without anything being added or removed, don't do the trade. The fifth and final scam, or more of a fraud for this category, is the underprice of specific item, more precisely snow minion and crystal frag. Taking crystal frags as an example, their main usage is catalyst. Whenever you're wanting to sell some of your frags, look at the value of catalyst on the bazaar. For example, currently they're about 53,000 if insta selling, or 59,000 if placing orders. So that means I can sell them for about 50,000 to a normal player and I would still make a good amount of money. Another things you can do is purchase 8 endstone from the bazaar or from mining it yourself, craft the catalyst yourself, and selling it for max profit. It didn't work. For Snow Minion, upgrading a tier 1 to a tier 11 is about 200k coins. Considering Tier 11 are selling for 950k to 1.1 million at the moment, don't sell your Tier 1 for 500k. Sell them for at least 650k or 750k. Another option is upgrading it yourself and selling it when it's max, using Bazaar as the way to get your enchanted snow. This one is more of a take it or leave it, and a suggestion. You can of course sell your items at the value you want, though these are tips to maximize your profit and not accepting a poor offer without knowing the market value. Now that we've covered the first major category, let's move on to the second one, buying or selling scams, but this time all related to the auction house. I will be covering 3 types of scams in this category, which are fake quitter, fake bid promises, and fake auction items. The first scam of this category touches fake quitters. These players will often spam the lobbies saying they are quitting Skyblock, similar to the message just posted in chat, and by bidding on a useless item. So if we check out their AH, there's a useless item, which can be anything, though usually it's a dirt or flower. You will get all their stuff, then proceed to name a bunch of very valuable items. As you can see, they name a bunch of random valuable items. Bidding on the auction of these players will just make you lose your coins, and you will definitely not get any extra item like they've said. The second scam related to auction is fake promises. These happen whenever a player advertises a useless or useful item, claiming the highest bidder will get a bunch of extra item. Messages can be similar to this example. As we can see, if we check their auction again, they have a useless item and they claim that we can get a really good item. There's no point to waste your money on those players. Your coins will simply be lost forever and you'll just make them richer. The third and last scam in this category is fake auction items. These happen whenever a player advertises an item on his auction that is actually not the item he's selling. If we look at his auction, we can see it isn't a tree capitator, but it's actually a golden axe. The most frequent items I've seen used for the scams are golden axe for tree capitator, enchanted emerald for emerald blade, etc. When wanting to purchase an item on the auction, make sure it's the item you're actually wanting and not a fake item. Now that we're done with category 2, let's get into category 3, action scams. This category revolves around scams where you need to do something different for the scam to happen, which can vary from accepting party requests to wanting to help a user to craft items. In this category, I will cover 4 scamming methods: crafting items, collateral trade, bot party, and fake trade item. For the first scam of this new category, I'll be covering the crafting item scams. These can only happen if a player is generous enough to help a player in need of a craft. The player needing the craft wants you to craft an expensive item and ask for collateral to make sure you won't scam him. Here's a scenario of how it could happen. As you can see, backpacks are a really easy way to hide items, but the scam could also be done without backpack. If the player isn't using backpack, just double check the items in the trade to make sure they are the correct one. If they are using the backpack, I suggest using backpack preview on Skyblock add-on mod. If you're using Badline, you can just go on the Skyblock add-on in settings and show backpack preview. This will let you be able to see the backpack when not being in it, so in trade menu or in a player inventory. Checking the player inventory through Skylia, a well-known Skyblock website, is another method if skeptical. This brings me onto the second scam, collateral when trading. If a player is requesting item when wanting an item crafted, on top of the precaution mentioned above, make sure the item you're placing as a collateral isn't more expensive than the item you're crafting. If you don't feel comfortable crafting for items and possibly losing your items, like me, don't risk those type of craft. The third scam on this category is an odd one. This is considered more of a fraud than anything though. If you're randomly getting party invite, like this one, and they're spamming those same message, I would highly suggest not joining the Discord they've mentioned. As you can see, their message is pretty generic. You'll usually get partied a few times when sitting in popular lobbies. For example, right now, I'm in lobby 1. These bots are sending you to an IRL trading Discord, which is illegal in the network. Whenever you get partied by one, /report the name, click chat abuse and scammed, and in party chat. And just submit the report. The last scam of this section are fake trade item. These usually happens when either crafting items for someone or purchasing an item through trades. Similarly to the first scam of this category, players will effect the item they're trading to make profit, which results in you losing coins. The most common item used in the scams are golden armor and massive chestplate, enchanted quartz and crystal fragments, and of course enchanted cookies for booster cookies. To avoid falling for these, simply making sure the item that the player are trading are real, either through backpack preview, like I've explained previously, double checking the items in the trade, or with Skylea. By the 3 examples I've mentioned, there's definitely a bunch more like blue dye and mineral, so just stay aware of the item that they're trading. The 4th and last category of scams covered in this video are island scams. These scams can either happen on your island or in a hub island. The 3 scams in this section are co-op ad scam, empty lobbies, and farm builders. The first scam of this categories are co-op ad scam. These scams happen whenever a player are claiming that when inviting them to your co-op, you will get free items, or random users trying to get invited to your co-op. Those players will just steal your items and trade them to another profile, which means you will lose all your progress. Never ever add players you don't know in your co-op, only add players you trust or are friend with. The next scam I will be covering are empty lobby scams. These can occur whenever a player is claiming to sell an empty lobby, though usually end lobbies. These are the most popular. They make you pay the coins before warping, then disband the party and you lose all your coins. Notice though, not everyone selling private lobbies are scammers. These are buy at your own risk. There's a lot of people that are legit and actually selling you the lobbies, but I'd make sure to be cautious when doing those. Purchase. The 15th and last scam I'll be covering in this video are farm builders. These players claim to be building layers of a farm for X amount of coins, though after being invited to your co-op, similarly to the co-op scam I just mentioned above, they steal your stuff, which means all your progress is gone. Some people are genuine builders, though the genuine players are a very small percentage of those advertising the service. Just build the farm yourself, you're safer that way. Your items, coins, and progress will stay safe. To conclude this video, I'd just like to remind everyone watching to be vigilant with their items. More and more scams are surging, so I hope the techniques I've explained in this video will help you lower your chance of being scammed. If you enjoyed the video or found it useful, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Love you all, and don't lose your item in dumb situation. See ya, nerds! Hey Simon, you look cute today. How about I get my YouTube rank with no delay? Yeah, sure, I'm missing subscribers. I'll get them later.